How's it going out there? James here. Hope you're having a good, pleasant day, evening, hour, and second of your day, or hour of your afternoon, or having a pleasant night. I want to make a deep description on my page, on my video, on showing you the definition of culture vulture. But before I do that, I want to give you my interpretation of a culture vulture. Now, everybody knows that you ever spotted one of these individuals. Hold on 1 minute. If I can, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Sometimes my mic have to get my mic on. And let me see. So, let me see here. Let me see. This is not it. You know, wires all over the place, and you got wires and things like that. I was hooking up to my other camera in my phone. Usually make some more, videos uploaded to the computer, to upload it to the site. So anyway, I hope you be able, I don't know if you be able to hear me or not. I have to hook this up, just make it more clear. And there you go. There it is. All right, then. Yeah, I got this thing. Had me finally got one of these. I don't know if it can sound even more better or more clear or crisper, anything. It sound like I'm promoting a product. This mic you had to, it's hooked up to another device. But anyway, I just want to make a note about what is culture vulture. And I was thinking about that. I was laughing about this to myself in the car. And a culture vulture. You've seen people who are culture vultures. And culture vulture, people who are culture vultures is hilarious because they try to mimic the style. They want to be like other people, and at the same time, they just think that they the coolest stuff. The coolest thing to block. You ever come across an individual? I'm gonna give you a perfect example that if you're a black man or a black woman, and you probably run across this individual, and it goes a little bit something like this. You sitting there talking and you conjugating with a guy who's never had much of culture with around black people, so he tries to mimic the thing. So this is what he normally do. You got some guy, or he's from out in the country somewhere, and he's trying to mimic and trying to sound all cool and hip and everything. So this is how they do. When he come up on the scene, he got to have his hat like this. Have his sir like this, and he got a little that kind of that hillbilly slash country voice in him. Like, for example, like, let me tell you something right now here, Mike. I'll tell you one thing right now. I'm very cool with black people right now. You know what I'm saying? My best friend is black, named Clarence. We kick it like a dog. He my dog and everything, man. It's just what I'm trying to tell y'all back out there, You know what I'm saying? Like that, y'all just so. Anyway, let me tell you that I love rap music. I love my pocket's my man and everything. Yeah, I know sound kind of. I think it would be kind of like a little bit old country boy like myself normally do that, but I just like myself and everything. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah, I do stay. It's kind of rough out there in my little neck of the woods and everything. I'm on a 3.5 trailer park and everything. They had three little youngins and everything. My man Maul, my man Paul, they live on the other side of town though, on things like that. And I'm telling you, one thing like I'm good, ready for you, bro. For you, my brother. But anyway, and you always got give you some outlandish story. Just like it gives you some story about some something going on. He don't get along with his best friend. He said, man, my best friend Jake is such a jackass. I'm telling you one thing right now. Last week he took my truck, took the Kragers off my truck, man. Went down Went down to the local studio, looked down to the local park down there, drove the whole son of a bitch all the way over to the doggone track. Now I don't know what it's supposed to. It's something I'm supposed to do. My truck is all messed up. He messed up my crackers on my truck. It's gonna cost me a couple grand. I tell you, he's just an idiot son of a bitch. And and it's like, oh, that's terrible. What would happen with your truck? You know, what did you make them pay for? No, I should make that song them pay for one thing, cause he ain't did anything else since then. You know what I'm saying? You hear my partner, And anyway, I've just been having a bad week. My wife left me with the 3 dogs and 3 cats and everything. They poop all over the doggone place. And my oldest one, he don't respect anything I ever do. I had to go upside, had to stomp a mud hole in his ass the other day. You know what I'm talking about. And so it's just one it do. And the funny part about it is when you come across it, they give you some, you come across some individuals. He just lay it when you first within 20, 30 minutes of your conversation. He done let you know all his family business and everything. And then it's the cool part about it because, when it comes to corporate crochet, when he gets been around his black friends, because usually when he went around his friends, he usually listens to some like some Garth Brooks or something like that. He's usually listening to some he's listening to some other country singer, Shania Twain and things like that. And his music, but here he coming. And the only rap city he ever knows is somebody that like just basically just wouldn't get one of like 2 Live Crew and that they think that's the shit, man, from back in the day. And then you go into the bar, right? And you go into one of them and they playing the music and then they get the dancer. As soon as they get the black guy coming in the bar, they just turn it down. They say, and then the women start getting up and dancing. So after they done played about 3, Leonard Skinner music and Sweet Home Alabama music, and here they go. Here come MC Hammer. MC Hammer dance. They get up there. And they come on, buddy. Let's get on right now. It's like, come on, Hammer. It's just like, wow, come on, go get on, you come on, let's dance with us, and then we doing all these kind of dances and trying to do all these kind of ways and things like what the okay, but it's the most comical thing when you get around people as appropriate, and don't be like one of the younger dudes, right? Because he got his first black friend, he cool, and they live in a little country town. He throw more slang than his half black Billy friend around his, because his black. He got a black friend, but they live out in a little country, small town, whatever. He more hip than anything. He's so hip that his uncle can't stand him and everything. And when he's I don't know what. He talked to his uncle and I don't know what's wrong with that boy. He's out of it. I don't know. Ever since he been hanging around with Clarence's son over there, he's trying to act like he's one of them brothers down the doggone street and everything. I don't know why he keep acting like that. He was a good son and nephew when I was raising him up, and they go out there, take him hunting and everything, and we go shooting skeeter and coon and everything and things like that. I don't know. All of a sudden, he used to be with my man. We used to go down listen to Rennie Trappers and Garth Brooks. And I don't know what the hell he going on these days. And he's like, well, wow, I'm sorry. Now he's listening to rap music and stuff, and talking to jib drabbers. I don't know what the hell did he talk about. And trust me, they upset that he's changed, because he's trying to say, I represent the hood, and like in his hood, it's not really represented. It's like it represent like 3 trailer parks. You go out in this little town with they got 4. You go on the property, right? And you go on the property. It's like 5 trailer parks. You got his uncle or his father got the big old, took the motor out of an engine in the back. He got 3 or 4 or 5, 6 pickup trucks and 3 different cars. So it's really, and it's like out out in the middle of the boonies, man. It's like, what is that? And they got the door wide all open. But this is the kind of appropriation culture that but you always get an individual like that that's trying to be down with one of us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you mean you had a rough? This ain't no hood out here. It's the damn woods out here. And I mean, it's like they got 2 or 3 trailer parks. I mean, it's like there's like empty lots, like miles around. The next the town with the local store. Everybody know everybody. Everybody know their name and they know the reputation of who everybody who live up on the trailer park is. They got, and then he gets a little rebellious or whatever. He wants to go out there and get drunk and challenge to come. He can't stand the police officers and things like that. They come like, come on down, Jake. You've been put in. I don't care. Come on, take me on, buddy. I'll kick all you youngsters butts like. And say, come. You like, come on, dude, calm down a little bit. No, I can take you on, man. I'm up. They know I'm bad as I took a couple of them. I beat up that deputy right over there a couple days ago. Yeah, he got lumps on the side of his. He's still healing from the lumps on the side of his neck and things like that. So that's as rough as that they get close to law enforcement. It's like, it's something similar like that. He's arguing with his girlfriend about it. Because he keep getting drunk every night, and she's out there saying, "Bring back the damn car! You just shut up! I'm doing what I'm gonna do." And he got the little kids running around screaming, half naked, and snot running out. not run. No, but hey, he cool though. That's that. But when he gets in his car, he got to throw back that pocket and say, "Man, come on, hit me one of the blunts, man." Shit, this is some shit, man. I'm telling you, this is some skunk. This better than skunk weed out here since a long time. But buddy, you my brother, man. From another mother. And everybody thinks he's discussing. His family's talking about him. So I can't believe he's acting like he never acted like that. He was always a good boy. I don't know. He got in that doggone city. He got around those people down there and now he come back talking like, I think he's one, instead of the N word, they call him the W word, wigger, This is the truth. This is the truth. That's what they said when they talk about, because it's like he just off the hook and off the chain. And so it's the same old thing. And he think that he's cool and everything. He's smoking weed with you, kicking it. He's like, I'm gonna get hit this bud, man, thing. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homeboy over there, he was gonna hit some bud and everything. I got some good bud behind the house and everything. Hey, well, hold on, before we get there, we gotta stop that store, get about three keggers of beer, man. You want a keg of beer with us? Come on, boy, let's go get some keg of beer. And he's like, no. All right, you just get some keg of beer, but he can get us at it, he drinks half the damn keg of beer. Now he wants to get buck wild out there, boy. He just want to get out there in that country, just cutting up and doggy. And let me show you, I got my little shotgun right. Like what the? You like, man, come on, man, chill out before you end up hurting and killing somebody. I don't give a shit. I'm good. Might hit one deer out there, and oh shit, might have hit a coon out there. Never know anything. On the way out there, man, it might have hit the tree. Oh, well, and it's just, it's the same old thing, but that's a culture appropriation. And so we come across some of these individuals. It's that I've seen people like this. That's why I wanted to make a note about this. It's like, wow, you just really, and it don't miss. So then when you see somebody talking that stuff because they listen to some bebop music, some rap music, whatever, trust me, they just putting it because they're in the area, because most of the music is they listen to some country rock music and some country music. That's because they know they gotta go around these people when they gotta go around. They go like, what the heck? Heck, what the heck are you listening to? Because then they go then the next uncle's house, the next friend's house. He got the big old NASCAR, in the garage and everything. And, you got the American flag with the Nassau car. I said, oh yeah, you got three big pickup trucks with tires as big. And like, wait a minute, you from the hood? This is not exactly the hood. This is like, and when you go and that's just all in one block, and everybody know that. And that they saying, oh, he got black people coming over there. Cause you don't want them kind of towns, you know what I'm saying? And everybody like us, okay. Cops be rolling up on you, yeah, that them Jarrett boys down there. I think they doing some stuff down there. Next thing you know, you got the sheriff coming down there, kind of watching the property, watching who you coming out of the property, and things like that. But hey, he ride or die down out there in the rural areas down there. I'm telling you, man, it's the hilarious part when they see us, and they mimic us, and they take some of that us out there. Now, when you get out there, don't be shocked. You see a brother or you see a black person, a black woman. They listen to country music. they might be playing country music or rock music, or whatever, because that's the environment out there, man. It's like they're the only one. They are. They like, man, is that a brother? Listen, yeah, he ain't familiar with that because he already been turned over. He learned more about maybe gospel Christian probably, but when you lived in some places in Buckville, Tennessee, somewhere, or West Virginia, you out there in the hills, you see one and two black people. They're already culturally appropriate. They country. I mean, they country. I mean, they stay in the and some of them stay in the trailer park too. So you can't talk about that. Just white people stay. There's some black folks stay in the trailer park. And got the short, chubby wife, just like the white dude with this hillbilly short, chubby wife. I mean, it's just you see it all when you go out in some of the little country towns, whatever state you're from. But that's what they. But to bring the definition of culture appropriation, I had to give you an analogy of what you would see on a daily basis when you go into certain areas that's outside of the city and things. You're gonna come across some individuals like that. Trust me. And wherever town, whatever state you live, you're gonna come across some individual like that. And everybody like, oh, he's one of those kind of people, And but some of them could be pretty cool, man. But they go all the way. They be learning the lingo and everything. They be walking trying to get that swag on out there, and and even the women they be talking that game out there, and you could like hey, this is the way we do things out here. We just chilling in the chilling, and they're like, damn. And you like, wow, where you from? Oh, I'm from Bucyrus. Bucyrus. Like Bucyrus, Ohio, some little country town, but they pick up that kind of mentality, and you get out there with the black people. Maybe they small town in the country and they property, basically, and they cool with them, but that's the appropriate appropriation. So I had to give you a short analogy of what does it look like. But that's how it is, just some. When it comes from American style, that's what it is. Everybody trying to talk and mimic the sound, and one thing about when it comes to black people's culture, everybody want to try to mimic black people. They don't stand you, but there's something cool about you. Next thing you know, if you make this was years ago, right? And my friend, I have a white buddy of mine. He lives out in like Northwest Ohio. And as soon as the Boys of the Hood came out back in the early '90s, that one guy that he's passed, recently passed away, but he used to sip on that baby bib thing. He said it would be now this we in Clyde, Ohio, right? Clyde, Ohio, like a little farming country town. It's like a little country town. They were doing the same. He said, Jane, they was out here. He said, man, do you know that they were doing this out here in Clyde? I said, they were doing this out. And there ain't probably no black people in Clyde. You don't see black people until you get out to like Sandusky, Ohio, which is like 10 to 15 minutes from Clyde, Ohio. But it's just that's that culture appropriation. Like whatever we do, someone is gonna pick it up and do it. I mean, 'cause I was like, wow, dang, somebody go way out and above just to try to be like boys in the hood. They try to dress like the boys in the hood, and it was like, wow. And it gangster out there in a little country town, which is like little about probably about 3,500 to 5,000 people, nothing but cornfields and what can you do? I mean, just what hit a couple neighborhood boxes. I mean, no, that's what they do. Spray paint a couple buildings out there. That's the criminality out there in the little country towns, man. Because it ain't nothing going on out there. You know, unless somebody coming from us Cleveland, between Cleveland and Toledo, dropping some stuff off. But other than that, you know, it ain't. It's just like a little country laid back town, and most of the people know each other and they know the neighborhood. They know the neighbors. And it's like, wow. They's like, yeah, they really some trashy people. And they do. So don't be surprised. You know, you see people like that. But but I just wanted to make it. It was just something to do a little skit about that. I know it's not too funny enough, but it just, when people say, what's the cultural appropriation look like? That's when someone tried to mimic that, what I was saying earlier. And they just try to get all cool and let's say it'd be a white dude, be all cool, like you be trying to do his hat like this, you know, being down with the brothers, and having that kind of look and everything, like, okay. And man, when you get him to the side, man, he ain't nothing like he can claim he's supposed to be. He just someone that's just trying to fit in where you're clicking. Because that's not the way how he normally acts. You get around his family, he look at him like he's crazy. They look at this person like they're crazy, or it could be a female like that. And there's some females that try to be like the sisters out there. I've seen some white girls do the same thing. They get around some black females and, I ain't gonna do nothing for you. You kiss my white ass and all. Like, okay. And yeah, there's some white females that do that. Man, and they pick that certain demeanor up from black women. So they do the same. They do the same thing. It's hilarious, man. When you see people like this, like, you know, and they got the nails all colored, they got the weaves all like it. And it's like, damn, they doing this in a little country, small town like this. Yeah, that's how when they taking African American, some parts of African American culture, you know, the attitude, the personality, you know. You go into one of Rust Belt towns somewhere, trust me, you're going to find some people like that. And it's like, man, it's the most hilarious thing you ever want to see. Because it's like when you see them, you know, you can see what kind of background, when you go in their house, their family look like something out of the Waltons or something. You know, they were just real homegrown, you know, parents listening to, you know, like the old 50s, 60s music, or you might have come across somebody that listens to country western, and I mean, it's like they don't fit nothing like that. And so you figure that, okay, then they friends, they would listen to rock music, they was listening to Van Halen and Ozzy Osbourne and heavy metal music, and they went from somewhere in heavy metal music to the country rock music, and they even like a Leonard Skinner or something like that you see what they talk about on TV, or some one of country southern rock bands with the rebel flag on the back of it, something like that. So it's like, wow, this is a totally different atmosphere. But yeah, that's, and so when you see that, they come into, you know, they watch some black, you know, some hood movies from the hood or something like that. They try to mimic the scenes, man. You see, and knowing that they not, when you go back and you see that background, it ain't nothing like that. It's like, wow, the image don't. I can see you were raised in that kind of environment, like you was really raised in the hood around black people, Some you can tell. Because sometimes they don't have to overact; it just comes naturally. But you got some people be trying to be hard as a mug, trying when they know they want to be friends with some brothers in the hood, man. They go out their way, you know. They dress the part, put the hat on the part, you know, talk the part, and say, "I don't give a f about this," you know. You know, say, "Wow," you know, they call me white chocolate, and you have grill. You know how some people have. I seen this in some down south videos where you know how some people put gold on their grills. You got white boys that put silver on. They got silver and chrome all in their mouth, man. It looks funny as hell on the person. It looks funny on even with the black people. Dang, black people, you know, gold in their mouth and stuff like. But with the white, I see white dudes do it, man. It's hilarious as hell, man. Yeah, saying that, like I wonder, does he brush his teeth, or you know? When people do that, is because they gotta fit the image, and so that's the appropriation of culture. So I thought I'd introduce you into this is a topic that most, and then I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna show an actual video about what I'm talking about in my next video, but it's gonna be showing what the terminology means. And you tell me, you see people, you see that certain celebrities with their hairstyle, you see the black girls with their hairstyle and things like that. Excuse me, but I just want to make a video about that. But it was coming to me today. This is shit. This be hilarious, and I ran across individuals like this. Oh my God, I ran across white guys are like that, man. It's hilarious. Just because you like, you know, rap music or R&B music, you ain't gotta go out your way. You know, people know if you're cool, if you're real or not. But man, some people going too above, and then when you go in the background and you be friends with this person, you know, they just like a regular country boy. You know, that's a regular, you know, round the way boy down some little small country town. Ain't nothing going on down there, man. Only type of drugs that they do down is weed and meth. That's all, and popping pills. That's the only thing they get gangster. Ain't no serious gangster stuff like that. Cause everybody pay on time. Ain't nobody looking at other sideways in a trailer park. You know, ain't nobody looking at each other sideways in no trailer park home in Southern Ohio or Southern Pennsylvania or West Virginia, Kentucky somewhere. They don't do that down there in those little towns. Well, they try to be hard, man. It's hilarious, man. I'm telling you. Well, when I heard brother terminology, cultural appropriation, culture vultures, better known as culture vultures. I wanted to make a video about this, and you'll see that kind of individual that I displayed earlier. And they just, when you get to really know them, man, it's like, oh my, you're like, oh geez. And there might be people on who sees really know there's people like that right now or like that, and then you go and see their people and their background, it don't even match up to it, man. It don't even match up to it. You know, yeah, they be telling they down with pop and everything. They might, it's cool that you listen to pop. Dang, they gotta go all the way and try to mimic the style. They be watching the rap videos on BT or something. try to look like they, and they come out. And they back in their little small rural town and where they from. People like, what the? Yeah, he been around those people again. but we already know, and to me, it's hilarious, man. And then when you meet their family get all kind of dysfunctional things going on. Some people got some dysfunctional families. The people you meet like that, it's like, man, you know, his brother out there, he's selling weed. His sister out there, she coping it up. She melted it up, whatever, and she ain't got hardly no teeth in her mouth. She gummy. She and she's only like 27, and she like 57 or 67. Talking about, I think you're cute. Lord, sorry, huh? I'm taking. You want a girlfriend? Oh, no, sorry. I'm taking. And then his one of his friends said, man, she used to be hot back. She used to be hot back in the day. When was back in the day? About 20 years ago. Man, she was pretty as I don't know what, but now, man, she let herself go and everything. I wish I could have talked to her, buddy. She was hot. And their terminology is hot means it's like she's flat as a board. I mean, she's flat. She got but the only thing she probably got the certain features on her, the blonde hair, and she got paper thin lips. But to them that's hot, man, because she got paper thin lips and a flat booty. She got a little booty, but just like a little flat booty, and he think she's a shit. Well, man, she's hot, man. I wouldn't mind marrying her. Like, go right ahead and marry her then, yeah. Oh man. But it's just I've come across people like this. This is, cultural appropriation is a thing, man. But everybody wants to be black, but no one wants to. They don't want to go all the way. They won't go all the way being black. Trust me. But they know how to. That's the only way and that's how some people know. That's how they assume black culture through the music and the movies. And there's some people that never been around black people that's like that, and so they do that. They try to get. That's why they try to mimic it. And when they go out there, and you go out this little western town, and you're like, it gangster real out there. It's like, man. It's like they feel kind of gangster real. Trying to dance and everything. Get the rhythm, get on the dance floor and mess the rhythm all up and everything. Well, yeah. I have come across some stuff, but that's a perfect analogy. And what made me also do the video is that why certain individuals, like you see, and it's always, showing our side of the track, and one of them is that DJ Bad, and I believe he's the culture vulture, because it's just that why are you so interested in showing the world art issues? Why you ain't doing the other issues? That's what I believe in. And you have these other people, and sadly enough, I can understand why some black people get upset that some things that you just reveal a little bit too much to people, and that there's no code of culture. Everybody just do everybody, and let the wild is of the wild. So they put you in, and sometimes when they doing videos about you, they put you in the wild as a wild, and so that's what it is. It's like it's something to mock and make cool at. So that's why I made in part of this culture video. Is on my other videos going to show where it originated from and things like that. So, and how it moves across social media, and people and I seen something with her, that one singer Adele. She got her hair like a black woman. How where they braid their hair, they do the same thing with their hair. It's like, wow, man. It's like, it's to me it's hilarious, she got these knots in her, how it's got hair. It just don't, on a white female, it just don't. It'll look like, wow. Black women, they wear the hair a certain style. It look right with them, but a white female that's trying to do the same thing. I don't know who be trying to encourage them to do some stuff like that, because it looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous with the I call them buckwheat braids or something. It don't look right. Just like, what the hell? What's wrong with your hair? Don't you like it? But Yeah, I mean, culture, people, woo, how they take in black culture is hilarious. And some things you gotta laugh because some people just try a little bit too hard. It's kind of weird. It's like, you know, in one sense, black people can be made look like one way, but the same people they try to put in a bad image, everybody try to imitate certain things out of the image of black dysfunction. And thanks to, and I believe thanks to your the talk shows too, that also has the part to play in it too. And then people be showing how dysfunctional he is, and how they get ratchet on No Merits to Jerry Springer or Maury Povich show or something like that, and they get real ratchet. And I think that they try to compete other people across the country. They see that, and I think we get more ratchet than they is, and I think that's where it comes from. I really do see who can be more ratchet than the next person. Even when you see people on that we have one people who are going to find spouses across over in different parts of the country, like that one woman, and she's a white female. That woman is, ooh, and y'all know which one I'm talking about. That Angela Michael. Oh my God, man. She is just over the top with hers, man. With the Nigerian, dude. She's a white female from down in Georgia, and they're trying to tell them how Georgia was like down there and everything. There was some people that was from the states that were over there in Nigeria, and it was talking to some American friends about how the way some things are, the states down there, and where she lived at. And this woman, woo, he picked him to. She said she ain't gonna submit, and I don't know if you ever watched the show, but she just over the top. She just way out there. She's not your normal female, white female. Let's say it, put it that way. She's one dysfunctional ones. But I'm like, God, dog. But yeah, but when they see that, it's like people, when they show things like that, there's a segment of people that they think that's cool, and they act out their craziness. And I live around in an area where they conduct themselves the same way. And they be loud and everything. I seen in different areas, they loud and they country and they wild as I don't know what. It's the black folks, and it's the same way. It go neck and neck. I don't know. I don't know. You think you go? Well, I'm gonna go to the white side of town. Even out the white people just crazy as some black people are. It's the truth. They go to a whole different level of craziness. They be out there screaming and hollering, and they come out there cussing and fighting and everything, and it just acting a nut. I've seen both sides of the shore. When you live in one of those integrated neighborhoods like that, and it's in poverty too, you're gonna see some dysfunction, some stuff come out of dysfunction of the neighborhood, and everybody's trying to sell something to get something, to make a fast dollar, make a fast dime. But most white people, what they do some of the times when they do some honest work, some of us do too, is they go scrapping, and they go scrapping all that. That's one of the things. When they want to get, when they want to make that quick money, boy, they go. That's their hustle. They get them old, like 1985 or to like 2000 to like a 2000 pickup truck, and they be seen, or van. I've seen them in the vans and cars, and be stacked up with metal this high. It's like, God, dog. And they go down to that. That's their hustle. They go get mail across the property. And you see people down there dragging carts and stuff, moving them and things. I've seen people with a carload. You see somebody in a Cadillac and they got metal all top of it. Oh yeah, real ratchet stuff. I've seen some stuff where they don't get them a pickup truck or a van. I've seen people do it by cars, tie the metal up all on the cars, and metal be falling off the car. Just to drive and get that metal to get the dumping it and they be, to help, so they can get paid whatever they weigh as far as the vehicle. And so, woo, yeah, culture vulture is something else, boy. And I have a friend of mine. Uh, he's a close friend. He's a black dude, but he was in the service, right? He lived in like in the suburban area, right? And he used to listen to heavy metal. And so when he went in service, he told me, he said, "What kind of music you can't do, man? You like rap, man?" He said, "No, man, I like some Ozzy Osbourne, man." He like the white dude looked at him straight, the black dude looked at him and said, "Yeah, you're not no ordinary brother, you know." But oh man, he had me laughing about that. We friends to this day about that. But yeah, everybody try to. It's funny how you meet some people because they see that you're a black dude. They think that you're going this way. And he told talking around. Yeah, I listen to Ozzy and Sledge, and then man, yeah, man, it'd be it's hilarious. When he told me that, he told after I guess when he was at boot camp or whatever. He said the brother looked at him like, what the hell? And the white said, "Really, John? You're not no ordinary black dude." And he said, "Yes, I am." No, you're not. But it's funny though how music makes us in certain environments make our transition like that. But yeah, you got some people. Woo, Lord, Jesus, boy, you got some characters out there, and that's why I did a couple kind of slide off characters, man. It's just I had to go full in deal too, but I had to show you a little example of culture vulture, how some people are culture vulture. Then it add a little story to it. So yeah, but when you find out the person don't match up what they say that they do, that they're just doing it just to they want attention, basically. And sometimes they get that type of attention too. Oh man, and they change and how their family is, and it don't sometimes it don't add up. But yeah, you got some people out there just yeah. That's why I said when you go around some people in America, you're gonna come across some people like that. Man. It's just a matter of time, and I know I have. It's just, oh my goodness. With me, I like R&B music. I used to listen to some of the '80s music, but I was never really into like, because I guess I've been mostly around the inner city where I grew up at. But when I got to high school and get out in the suburbs and different areas, then you learn adapt junior high school to high school, certain places in high school, you start gravitating towards that kind of, you hear whatever they listen to, the majority of people listen to out there. And some people listen to rap, and you got some people that listen to their own alternative rock and music like that. But they never really, never really favored me. And I definitely wasn't really into no country music. I can't do the country music. I really deal with the, if it was no other R&B or kind of old school rap, I rather listen to alternative rock. I ain't gonna lie to you, like that soft rock from like Phil Collins or something like that. I get into something like that, but to go all the way in the country music, I just can't do it. I just can't do it, man. I mean, some people, but there's some black people that like country music, but wow, but even when I was in California doing a security assignment out there, I would have my own brand of music I would listen to, and they would listen to their country music if they're country music stars. I didn't hardly hear. I don't think too many listen to rock. It was mostly country music because a lot of some had that. They're from little country towns throughout the United States, and so they listen to whatever they gravitate to. Very seldom you listen to someone halfway listen to a rock song or kind of a old Led Zeppelin or something like that, and you can tell I've been around different. But heard, but I never like bought the alternative music, or because I used to hear the songs on the radio and things like that. And but sometimes there's something about country music I just can't. I can't. I can't do it. I guess I'm a different wired individual. But I guess if you live in certain parts of the country or small rural towns, and just even here in Ohio or somewhere down south or out west, it probably wouldn't be no big deal because everybody's listening to the same type of music. But there's different strokes for different folks. But the crazy thing about this is how some people when they get they think they play like the old school MC Hammer, and they go to a sports bar or something like that, and they they'll have something maybe Michael Jackson or MC Hammer or what's that one dude from the West Coast, talking like, oh yeah, they got big butts, I cannot. They'll listen to some guy, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah, they'll listen to something like that, but they ain't gonna go all the way go deeper. That's as far as the black culture. They go with their music. It's so sick. He wants to out in like the old school, like the guy used to say doing the butt, that group, and we got out there doing that thing with doing the version of the butt and everything. It's like, wow, they kind of get down in here. Then they go right back to the rock hour or the country music hour. But every once in a while, it depends on what place you go to have your beer. If you want the kind of people that go out there and go drink it at a bar or something like that. But yeah, it's really interesting. Or you just had to stop to one of the places out there for leisure and pleasure. But yeah, I mean, you'll see all kinds of stuff to make you laugh and make you hilarious. And wow, but it depends on what kind of environment you was raised around there too. But if you was raised out there in the country, probably country music wouldn't bother you. If you probably was a black person, it probably wouldn't bother you, because it's just that majority the people out there do like gospel or Christian music or something. Because whatever that environment is, if you down the southeastern part of the United States or southwestern or anything, probably in midwestern, and you're in some small little town, that's probably what they listen to, and you're like the only few black people in the whole town. You know what I mean? It's just, and I've been in towns like that, boy. It's just, yeah, that's a whole different scenario, different culture, different company. We got some places here in Ohio like that, towns like that, where there's a lot less of us in different parts of town. And I mean, way out in the rural areas. I mean, I'm talking about town. You go out there, you might see an Amish person going down the road in a buggy. That's how rural we got some places in Ohio is. I mean, that rural. And I mean, used to going through there, with company vehicles. I work for various different companies and things, and that's a whole different culture. That's why I know I can testify about some of these things, because I've been out in the little areas like that. Then when you get somebody who trying to be all hip and hop and everything, they try to put some swag in their voice, and you kind of find out where you from. They tell you they from out near Cambridge or Zanesville, Ohio. So it's like, oh, really? You thinking they be from Cleveland or Cincinnati or Columbus? They be from some little country town, but they got some swag. They be trying to get that swag though. And it's just some be white be like that, and it's just it kind of throw you off, like, what the. Because the environment out there don't match. And you go in a little town, it's not like that. People are really laid back, and it just, one kind of town where there's one store, and the next town is the world. Everybody from three, 4 different towns going grocery shop, and one gas station, one doctor, one dentist, and yeah, you have some places like that here, man, in Ohio, man. I remember one time, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This time, I made a assessment one time. I was picking this one young woman out. She lived out there, and like near, it's like way out about 25, 30 minutes outside of Columbus, Ohio. So I mean, the terminology that she used was like, like she has a transportation, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, but when I heard her nigger rig the car, I was like, I knew I was through. I was like, I knew that was through. I know that's something that most people don't, most black people don't say stuff like that. I mean, they just say, or most people don't say that. They just say, just rig it. They don't say nigger rig the car. They don't say stuff like that. So that they use that terminology out there in certain places. That's why I say even though, yeah. I mean, I never seen that type of terminology. It ain't in a dictionary anywhere. Where the hell did nigger rig a car? But that's what they do. They come up with that terminology, and they can't get that word off their lips, bruh. As even when they describe something, I'm like, wow. I was like, damn. But yeah, there's some people like that. But they don't realize that they're doing it till the last minute. You're like, what the heck? And I was just like, wow. I don't believe I just heard that. But yeah, that's what I say. You be around people long enough, they will show that something was taught in them will eventually come on out. They try to be cool with it, but that true side of them come out with it was embedded into them around their people, and that's the truth. And so we go around some people, and I'm not saying that everybody's like that, but you might come across somebody's like that. And that's the part I always talk about. It's that hitting thing. And some of them could be just because, like I said, that's because they listen to black music. Don't mean that they down with black culture. They just like this. They just like the rebellious of it. But they ain't down with you. But they down with whatever the music is telling them to do. And that's the truth. And that's what some people do. That they're culturally a vulture, because they're trying to be something that, and they want to be something by the people that most people don't like, but they could take something out of the culture and be cool with it, because maybe they're doing to get some class, then they trying to pick up some chicks, then they trying to make, and they know that it don't even sound right. That's not even in their nature. And that's why it's funny though. Only in America, where white would try to be black and black would try to be white. I mean, it's the truth. You got some people that don't want to be white, trying to change themselves. You got some black people don't want to be black, and they try to lighten themselves. Put blonde in their hair. Like what the? I know you ain't nobody in your family got blonde hair. I can see you like people like complexion. They got that natural, like they parents. But some people they be jet black. I mean seeing some people with jet black hair got blonde, got blonde. I mean literally blonde hair. I'm like I said, wow. I mean. That's what the culture appropriation go both ways. You got white people doing their thing with trying to be like the black chicks and braid their hair down, braid their hair like you see some black women, and you got some black women and put that blonde hair in their hair and they be chocolate as night. I mean, America is hilarious. In some places like America is hilarious too. We ain't the only group. I heard some African women do that stuff too. It's like, dang man, I understand having a different hairstyle, but man, they go out, they blow on the roots and everything, and then you got some you got some women. They do just look like what white women do. That's why I said we can't talk about them another people versus the other, because everybody do the same thing. I mean, they try to do. You got some people who are white trying to be like have reactions like black. And he got some black people try to do things like white. And I mean, go out their way and everything. I mean, even try to straighten the hair. You know? I mean, it's woo. But only in America you can be transracial. I guess that's the new thing now. You can be trans. You know, like it's transsexual, transvestite, transvestite, transsexual, transsexuality. Now you got people that want to be transracial. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And you get it on both sides. That's why I say I can't. You can't tell it from the one side. It's on both sides. I mean, it really is. And I mean, and then when someone they just come on TV like, oh hell to the no, they not come out there with that. Oh yeah, some people ain't ashamed of it. Ooh, and they definitely want attention. And some people know how to get the attention, how the way they make up their body. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do the first video about this, and I'm about to upload the other one. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a good day. I hope I kind of made you laugh in a way, and just trying to lighten up the day, lighten up. Sometimes I do serious topics, anything, but just once in a while, something that comes to my mind, and just put that up there, and you know, just something to poke at, and just to have it like just put a smile on someone's face, because somebody can be having a bad day, and that just come to me just to make this video talk about culture appropriation. All right, then, you guys have a good one, and remember one thing: just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. It's okay to be who you are, and what your skin color is, what your hair texture is, who you are as a person. You don't have to go out your way to be somebody else. That's basically what the message is. Because otherwise, people know that they know your past, and they know who you are. They know that you're trying too hard to be somebody else. And sometimes the people who you grew up with, they know who you really are. Your people who you hang out with, they know who you really are. They know that you don't fit that description. And all of a sudden, you come across a new cultural or being on a different cultural people, and you never run around that cultural people. They're gonna know, like, you know, you trying way too hard. It's one thing if you from that environment and you was raised in that environment, it will show. But when somebody try a little bit too hard, I mean, really, it kind of make an ass out of itself. I'll be honest with you. It's funny from both sides of the perspective. Like, you know, really, dude. I mean, you weren't raised like that. I don't know where you get off with that from. And they family and friends know. And saying relative, no, he just going through a phase. He or she just going through a phase of life. They'll get rid of that. And because some people, they do that, they get real rebellious in their family, and so they just go all the way, and they go out of the norm, and that's their version of getting out of the norm. And I mean, they just go out, they act the part, they try to look the part and be the part and everything. And I've been around people like that, man, and it's hilarious. But anyway, I hope I didn't take up too much of your time out there. So you guys have a good one. Till next time, you be blessed and keep right and be proud to be yourself. Don't be like anybody else. Be you, whatever God intended for you to be. Till next time, you guys take it easy. Good night.